So, dear all, hi, this is 14 over here, and welcome back to my channel. And welcome back to Building Execution Technology. So, dear friends, today you have seen that the topic that we are going to discuss here is about a very important points for civil site engineers. Okay, so today, whatever points that I will be showing you, it's very important um, in the sense that it may also be asked the interview that you will be facing for your job. Okay, and it is also very useful for your side work, so you should not miss and skip this video without watching the full details. So stay tuned and let us move ahead and see what are those important points that you need to remember. Okay, so stay with me and let us see what next. We will see now one by one every points and we shall discuss on it. So here we go. Yeah, the first point is minimum thickness of slab. Okay, so this is the mostly asked and most often will be asked in your interview for site engineer. Okay, I have found so many times these questions interviewer asked you. Okay, so what is the minimum thickness of slab? It will be the question. Okay, so they may ask you like that, what is the minimum thickness of slab? So what the answer can be or you can give is the minimum thickness of slab is 125 mm, and you should remember this. Okay, now the second point we shall see. Okay, the second point is use minimum 4 numbers of bars for square column and 6 numbers of bars in circular column. Okay, so for these points the interview may ask you what is the minimum numbers of requirement of bars for square size of column and in circular column. Okay, they may ask like that. So if they throws you these questions, then you can answer minimum 4 numbers of bars for a square column and 6 number of bars in circular column. Okay, and you should remember this if you are applying for site engineer, because it is very important to remember, because if someone's like give lesser than 4 numbers of bars for a square column, you can like tell them that no, you should not provide less than 4 numbers of bars for square column. Okay, if you don't know how many bars should be provided in a square column, then whatever workers or laborers provide, okay, they may accept that one only, because you don't have or you don't know how many bars should be provided in square column and circular column. So it's very important to remember how many bars are provided in square column and circular column. Okay, so please remember these points and you can apply in futures. Now let us see the next point. The point number 3, main bur's diameter should not be less than 12 mm. Okay, see, it may be in column or it may be for beams. So the main diameter should not be less than 12 mm bars. Okay, so this one also is very important for site engineers, and it may also be asked, okay, in your interviews too. And it's very important to remember this point. Okay, because as I said, if you don't know what is the less diameter of bars that you need to use when you're using as a member, so that time you can remember this point and you can say that it's 12 mm. Okay, If someone provide 10 mm, 8 mm, you should stop them from using, okay, less dia than this 12 mm bars. Okay, so let us now see the next point. Okay, so point number 4, electrical conduit shall not be run in the columns. See, like most of the people, some of them don't know, okay, while doing some electrification work, okay, or like plumber or plumbing works, okay, they used to like what we call run cut the column, and they used to like fit all their plumbing or electrical that conduit, okay, to conceal the conduit. So what they do is that they sometimes by mistake or by like lack of knowledge, they used to cut this column and like they used to fit their conduits, like plumber and electrical like what we call workers and all, they used to cut the column and place their conduits through columns. So you should remember that this should not be allowed. Okay, any running of electrical conduit through columns should be not allowed. Okay, this is very important. Okay, so remember this one. It will be useful for your side work as well. The next point is cement should be preserved in dry places on a raised platform for roughly 200 mm. See, this is like storing of your cement, how you should store your cement. Okay, at this point number 5 talk about that. Okay, so you should not like place your cement intact with your wall or floors. Okay, it should be raised by roughly 200 mm, okay, by putting some kind of platform and all and place over it. Okay, you should store your cement over it. At least minimum 200 distance you should keep away from your wall as well as from your floors. Okay, so raise some platforms and keep a distance of 200 mm from your wall, then place your or store your cement. Okay, so it's like some precautionary measures, okay, for storing cement. So remember this one also, it will be useful for you. Next point, artwork excavation toward basement over 3 meters should remain in step form. Yes, it's very important during excavation. Okay, if you're like constructing a multi-story building, okay, and if there is basement and all, like single basement, double story basement, etc., like that. Okay, so now if you excavate the art for basement and all, if it is over 3 meters, okay, then your excavation should be in step form. Okay, it should not be like vertical, straight vertical. Okay, it should not be too vertical, it should be in slope and step form. Okay, so it's a precautionary measure while excavating your basement. So remember this point also, it will be useful for you, okay, during your site artwork excavations. Now next point we shall see. What's the next point that we have? Okay, during concrete work, free fall of concrete should be not more than 1.5 meter. Yes, like it also has been mentioned in our IS code, in Indian IS code. Okay, during like pouring of concrete, okay, mostly laborers and other petty contractors, they do not have knowledge of this. Okay, so what they do that they may like throw the concrete from the height more than the specified in the IS code. So as a civil engineer or a site engineer, you should remember this point, that throwing of or placing of concrete more than the specified height, one that is 1.5 meters, okay, it should not be allowed. So remember this point, okay, this is gonna be very helpful. So like if you're like from contractor side, you should also work properly and should not allow this more than 1.5 meters, okay, in pouring of concrete, I mean, okay, height of pouring, so that your client cannot say anything to you. Otherwise, if they observe, they will say, scold you, okay, they may scold you that why are you willing to like pour the concrete above 1.5 meters height, okay, like that. So you maintain this one, or else you can use some kind of medium, okay, to like place the concrete so that it can reach to the required places where you want to pour the concrete, okay. Now next one is, we should not use the lapping length if the diameter of steel is over 36 mm. So this point number 8 talk about lap length, okay. Here it says that we should not like use lapping if the diameter of the bar is over 36 mm, which means below 36 mm we can lap if we fall short of bar, okay, to extend the bar till the required length, okay. Then what shall we do if like it is not allowed to give lap for the steel of diameter over 36 mm? So what can we do? In that case, we can like do welding, okay. So welding is the option or permissions that we should give to any contractors, okay, or to any like owners, okay. If they use over 36 mm of diameter, you tell them that we should not lap here, we should have to use what we call welding here for over 36 mm of diameter of bars. And these days now some modern kind of fixtures has come, okay. These days we don't use any lapping and welding also, okay. Now one good and new thing has come to the market, that is coupler. So basically what coupler does is that they will like join to hold the two bars, I mean that coupler used to like hold the two bars, okay. These two bars shall be inserted to each hole and there will be some kind of threads and all, okay. So that threads and all will like hold the two bars and it will help you to extend the bars to other end, okay, to the required length. So mostly nowadays coupler is being used instead of left length or providing left and welding, okay. So let's see now point number 9. Longitudinal reinforcement should not be under 0.8% and over 6% of gross sections. See, you try to understand this one, what this point number 9 is trying to like tell you, okay. So longitudinal reinforcement should not be under 0.8% and over 6% of gross section. Your longitudinal reinforcement like for column and all, okay, it should not be under, okay, 0.8% and it should not be over 6% of your gross section of any of your structure, I mean like column and all, okay. It should not be over 6% of your gross section, okay, and it should not be under 0.8%. It should be between 0.8% to 6% of your gross sections, okay. So let's see now, let's move to the other slide and see what 10 number points has to offer you. Okay, here we are. So number 10, point number 10, I mean, water absorption for first class bricks should be not less than 15%. Okay, see, I guess you understood. This is very important, like for quality purposes. Okay, see, because sometimes if we need to test like absorption absorption test for brick, okay, means how much water it absorbs. So like, as we need to use first class bricks for our building, okay, for all the important structures, okay, we need to use first class bricks. So first class bricks water absorption should not be more than what we call 15%. Okay, if it absorbs more than 15%, then it may be second class or third class bricks. Okay, so always remember that we should use first class bricks only for all the important work, and for other works you can use second class, third class, no problem. So to know that, okay, there is one water absorption test for bricks, you can try that one and you can identify whether the brick is first class or second class or third class. Okay, so if it absorbs water less than 15%, then it's first class, and no doubt you can use for your building superstructure works. Okay, wherever you will be providing brick walls, okay, there you can use first class bricks. Next, yeah, the compressive strength of brick should be not less than 3.5 Newton per mm square. Again, it is talking about the quality of bricks. Okay, the strength of the bricks that it should what has. So like the bricks of the strength, okay, it's a compressive strength, I mean, should not be less than 3.5 Newton per mm square. When you test a brick in a compression machine, okay, and the strength of its brick, I mean the strength of a brick, okay, particularly compressive strength, should not be less than 3.5 Newton per mm square meter. Okay, so I guess only these points that we have today. Okay, if we have time we shall discuss next time. Okay, again this kind of important points for civil site engineers. Okay, so I don't want to extend my time because some people don't like lengthy videos and all. Okay, so I would like to wind up my slides today, and please share these videos with your friend, and if you're new to my channel, please do subscribe my channel and help me to get like a subscriber. Okay, and please what we call motivate me, okay, by liking, commenting and sharing and subscribing my channel, and press the bell icon also, okay, so that you get notifications for every videos that I upload. So with that, bye bye, and wish you good health. Thank you everyone.